everybody, Stacy Bauer here, coming to you from Minnesota. I just went live on my author page, but I wanted to go live on my personal Facebook page too. So just in case you're not following me on my author page on Facebook, hopefully you'll see this announcement on my personal page. So again, this is Stacy Bauer, and I'm coming to you from Minnesota. And I am a teacher. I've been a teacher for 17 years, everything from kindergarten through, sorry, I got distracted for a second. I've been a teacher for 17 years, everything from kindergarten through eighth grade. And I have a daughter who's 11 and a son who is 8 named Wyatt. My daughter's Cammie. And my husband and I live with our kids in a suburb of Minneapolis in Minnesota. And a few years ago, I decided to try to become a published author. It's just always been a dream of mine to be a published author. And so I went for it, and I'm going to spare you all the details of that because it was a long, incredibly hard, but very rewarding journey into the world of publishing, which I knew nothing about. I knew nothing about publishing or business or marketing or anything because I'm a teacher, so I've had no experience in that area. But I learned it. I learned it, and I'm still learning it. And now I'm trying to help other authors become published too. And so I wanted to pop on here really quick and talk to you about my next book project, which I'm super, 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 super excited about. So you may know that I'm the author of the Cammie Kangaroo and Wyatt 2 book series, and that's a children's book series that stars two little kangaroos, Cammie and Wyatt, as they make mistakes and learn from their mistakes and grow. And I have books in that series about eating healthy and dental health and having too much stuff and having too much screen time and being kind and friendship and patience and a whole bunch of other topics that I think are relevant to families and kids these days. And while those topics are very important, and I feel like, and I have gotten messages from people that my books are inspiring them to make positive changes in their lives. I just have had something on my heart for like the last year. Ever since we've been dealing with COVID, we've been dealing with division in our country and in the world, and just talking and thinking a lot about kindness and how we can help each other through these difficult times that have been going on. And there's a lot of negative and difficult things and challenging things going on right now. And so I've really been inspired to do something positive. And so for the last 6 months, I have really looked for books about inspirational people. So if you're watching, can you say hi? Because I don't know if my comments are working. Can you say hi if you're watching and maybe tell me something about yourself? Like, what are you doing right now? Where are you watching from? Are you with anybody? What are you doing this weekend? Something fun, just so I know some people are watching and my comments are working. So, what was I talking about? See, this is what happens when you have forgetful parenting brains sometimes. So last summer, I realized that as a teacher of 17 years, I have hundreds of books, right? And out of those hundreds of books, I only like had 10 or 20 books that featured that had a lot of diversity in them. And I was kind of embarrassed and shocked about that. So I purposely researched books like that, and I bought a bunch of them. My kids and I have been reading them a lot this year. And, they're mostly about famous historical figures like Martin Luther King Jr., Malcolm X, Rosa Parks, and that's great. Like Harriet Tubman, I love learning about them. My kids love learning about them. They're very encouraging and inspirational. So, oh, hi Rachel, hi Brittany, hi Jenny, yay! Thanks for watching. So, so I wanted to do something kind of like that, but instead of writing about historical people, I wanted to bring in kids that are making a difference right now because I really believe kids can change the world with just these little acts of kindness or little acts of things that they're doing that are encouraging and impacting their community. They can change the world, and they have the power to inspire others and to affect change. So I decided I'm going to look for those kids. So I started doing research. I started researching kids who have done things that are impacting their community in a positive way. And I posted things on social media, and I went on Instagram, and I just started doing research, and I cannot believe how many amazing kids and families I have met in the last week. Probably 40 different kids I have talked to via social media, well, their parents mostly, via social media and through email, just the amazing things they've done. For example, there's a girl who lives 20 minutes from me who collects books from people, and then her and her mom distribute those books to kids who don't have any books. I mean, it's just something simple, but look, she's impacting many children in our Minneapolis-St. Paul area by giving them the gift of reading. I just think that's amazing. And she's like 14, right? Like 13 or 14 years old. Then there's a girl who's 10, and for the last 5, 6, 7 years, instead of getting birthday gifts, it has been her choice to collect donations instead from people who are going to give her gifts. And then she takes those donations and she purchases things that the local animal shelter needs, boxes it up in a huge package, and then donates it to the animal shelter where she volunteers. That's just amazing to me. I mean, for a kid to voluntarily say, no, I don't want a present, I would really like a donation so that I can help the local animal shelter. That's just so cool. There's a boy who makes teddy bears and donates them to the children's hospital. That's awesome. There's a boy who started learning about recycling when he was 3 because he was interested in helping when he was 3. And it's been 5 years, he's 8 now, he's my son's age, and he has recycled over 1 million pounds of cans and bottles, and he's got he's got thousands of customers who bring him their recyclables, and he sorts them every week. He takes time to sort them and get them ready to be recycled. So that's making a difference in your community. I mean, so it can be something really small. Like there's another girl I talked to who made hundreds of cards and donates and writes to soldiers who are overseas. I mean, that's just really cool. I mean, you're doing a small act of kindness, no matter how small. It's creating that ripple effect, and then you're bringing a smile to somebody else's face, making them feel important, helping the environment, helping animals. It's just amazing. These kids are so inspirational. And so I decided I'm going to make a series about that. So that's my next project. So I am going to hire an illustrator. I'm searching for one right now. And the illustrator is going to create an illustration based on photographs that I'm getting from the child's parents. I'm going to interview each child and write up a piece about them and put it in the book. And I hope you would join me on this journey. If you know any children who are impacting their community in a positive way, let me know. If you want to follow my journey, you can find my Facebook page on my personal page. I have them linked together. I'm also on Instagram at Stacy C. Bauer. And you can follow along as I feature these amazing kids who are just changing the world in their own way. They found something to be passionate about. They took action, and they are really making a difference. And these kids are inspiring me. So I'm thinking that this book I feel like is hopefully telling these kids' story is going to inspire other people, adults and children alike, to do something, no matter how small, to affect some change in their community. And then my husband went out and bought me this shirt yesterday actually. It says, "Be the change." So I was like, oh, Will, look at that. That's the perfect shirt for me right now. Okay, so thank you for listening. And I also recorded a video on my author page. So again, if you want to follow along, follow me on there. If you know anybody that would be a great person to talk to include in the book series, let me know. And I'm very excited for this book. And I might do pre-orders on it just to get the word out there more. So just keep in touch, and I will be in touch also. Thanks, guys. Have a good day.